For our first question, we will go to Saad Youssef. Saad.
Hey Chris, welcome to Dallas, or whenever you do make your way down here. But I just wanted to just kind of ask, like, what's this process been like? Obviously, we've all seen your name and heard your name around the trade circles. Just what is it like? What has this process been like for you, and what's it like to finally find a new home?
Yeah, it's been a long process. I think anyone who follows hockey has seen my name around for quite some time now. So I mean, as you said, I'm super excited to get to Dallas whenever that may be. Just really excited to be able to join the group, get to know everyone, and help the team, and sort of relieve that everything's finally done, and my family and I can get settled in.
All right. Next, we will go to Seline. Seline.
Hey Chris, Solomon from TSN here. Can you talk about maybe the human elements that you mentioned of seeing your name constantly in the trade rumor mill and having media talk about you for as long as we did? Like, can you speak to maybe the human element of what that's like for a player in your spot?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was very different for me because that's never really happened to me, and in my 14 years. So, I mean, really weird for me the first few months, I think. But the last little bit, I feel like I just got adjusted to it, and was just having fun playing hockey, and enjoying being around the guys. And I mean, there's yeah, I would say earlier on in the year it was a little tougher, but as the year got on, it just was sort of became a daily routine almost.
Next, we will go to Leah. Leah.
Hi, Chris. Leah Simakopoulos with the Dallas Morning News. Welcome. Just wanted to ask you about if you have any relationships with any of the stars currently, if anyone's reached out to you, and just what the last few hours have been like for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, a bunch of guys have reached out, which has been awesome, and sort of welcomed me to the team. I played, as far as relationships go, I played World Championships with Dutchy. I know Segs just from being in Toronto, and then I know Jamie Benn a little bit. I worked out a few summers with Robertson and Ty Delandria. Last summer we worked out together, but as far as that, that's probably about it, I think.
Next, we will go back to Saad. Saad.
Chris, just kind of wanted to see what have you had any discussions yet with Pete? Do you know what your role is going to look like? And do you have any I mean, what's your excitement knowing, the guys that they already have there and Miro Heiskanen, Thomas Harley, and kind of where you fit in all this?
Yeah, I'm super excited, as I said, to join the group, and help the team win. I mean, that's my ultimate goal, and that's why I ended up being traded. But yeah, I've talked to Pete last night, just sort of welcomed me, and just to get to know him a little bit. We didn't really talk about the hockey stuff much, just trying to get adjusted and sort of figure out when I'd be in town, and when I'd be available. As far as role goes, I feel like anyone who knows me knows I'm a team guy, and willing to do whatever's best for the team to try to help this team win.
We'll go back to Celine.
Hey Chris, can you describe, I mean, we know that you've played with Jacob for an awful long time, and maybe that's gonna be weird not seeing him in the same dressing room, but the conversations you've had with him and other former Flames teammates over the past few hours here, and how did you find out about the trade? Like, where were you when you found out that you were getting moved?
I was actually eating dinner. My wife and I decided to take our son out for like the first time since he was really young to go out eat somewhere, and found out at the table there. But Connie gave me a call, and he was super professional the whole year, and he's such an awesome guy. So I really appreciate everything he's done for me. as far as, yeah, I've played with Marky for 10 years now. We have such a good relationship, and we've been through so many ups and downs together. So it's going to be sad not playing with him for sure. And obviously I've been here now for 3.5 years and built some great relationships with not only players, but trainers and people in management. And it's obviously that's the hardest part. But as I said earlier, I'm super excited whenever I get the chance to get to Dallas and join the group.
We'll go to Pat next.
Chris, I heard you on After Hours a few weeks ago, and you were talking about that first year in the league where you played in the Stanley Cup Final with Vancouver, and how much kind of is that the driving to get back there and wanting to have that opportunity again part of why now you're in Dallas?
Yeah, I mean it's a huge part. I think if you're playing the game not to win, you're probably playing for the wrong reasons, right? So yeah, I mean I sort of got thrown in the fire my first year and then was able to play on a pretty good team and get some chances to play in some big games and in the conference finals and finals, and you're sort of ever since that chasing that feeling again and wanting to be able to try to win, and this gives me a good opportunity to do that, so I'm quite happy about that.
We'll go back again to Saad.
Hey Chris, I just wanted to ask you about the 2022 series against Dallas, and just what was that like? And we all kind of saw it being very chippy and physical and all that stuff. Just what was that 7-game set like? And I know there's been some turnover, but a lot of common faces still from that series here in Dallas.
Yeah, it was a great series. I mean, that's what you expect in playoffs, right? Two hard teams going at it and battling for every inch on the ice, and low scoring. Both goalies were incredible. So I mean, yeah, it was a really hard fought series. Obviously, I've played against a lot of these guys for a long time now, so quite familiar with how they play and things like that. So I'm super excited to get adjusted and sort of learn the new system and learn how coach and everyone else wants me to play.
And just another follow-up, Pete talked this morning about playing in the Western Conference, against you for so long. What do you know about Pete, his system, and, obviously not playing for him, but playing against him, and even that conversation that you guys had last night? Just what is your initial feel on what Pete wants from you?
Yeah, I mean, I've played against Pete now for a long time, and he's initially, obviously, the first thing you think of is he's coached great teams. Every team he's coached has had a chance to win and been able to go on runs, and he's had multiple chances to win. And I mean, I'm super excited to sort of get to know him, get to know his philosophy and what he expects from me and things like that. So I mean that'll be a conversation for another day. But I mean yesterday was more of just getting to know each other and him welcoming me to the team.
We'll go back again to Seline.
Hey Chris, just on the dinner, and it'll probably sound like a weird one, but do you mind saying what restaurant it was? And like, do you finish your meal after and then go to packing your life, or do you leave the place right away? Like, how was it for you in the moment during that?
Yeah, we were at the Keg, so it was, we were like, oh, this might be a good place to take our son. It was really quiet, but we knew he'd eat some steak and veggies, and sort of got the call midway through my meal, and had a bunch of calls after that, and then my wife was able to keep my son occupied while I was gone for a little while, and then came back. We finished our meal quickly and then just got back home.
Okay, and just one more, just on your time in Calgary, Chris, what stands out for you in the 3.5 years that you were here?
Oh, a lot, man. Yeah, I just obviously like to thank everyone in Calgary, from the ownership group down to Connie and management to Husk and all the coaches and trainers, and all the guys that have been here for a long time. Everyone's treated me incredibly well. Everyone's made me feel like this is home, and I can't thank them enough for how incredible they have been to me and my family. So I mean, obviously that's the hardest part, and it's a weird feeling, but at the same time, I'm extremely excited to start a new chapter in my career and meet everyone in Dallas and get going there.
We have time for a few more questions here. We'll go back to Saad.
Hey, Chris, got kind of another quirky one. Just, obviously can't wear number 8 in Dallas. So I was just curious, number 3, was there any significance behind that, or how'd you kind of land on that?
Yeah, no significance in it. Basically thought 3 is a half of an 8 pretty much. So that's sort of how I landed on it. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about it.
And then also just as a fellow defenseman, just what have you seen from Miro Heiskanen in his game and the way that he plays, and obviously you've competed against him for like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, obviously incredible talent, incredible player. I mean, I remember 2 years ago in playoffs how much of a challenge he was for us to defend him, and how easily he broke the puck out. And I mean, obviously one of the top 3, top 5 defensemen in the game, hands down. I mean, no one can really argue that. And I think he's obviously still so young, so he's only going to get better as he gets older. So it's incredible to be on a blue line that has him on the team.
Chris, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing you down in Dallas. Thanks for everyone for joining us for this Zoom call. And let us know if you need anything else. Chris, thanks again and have a great day.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Bye.